Oh.
Okay, this is stupid. This is stupid.
I was
welcome.
I was so confused.
Sorry, I wanted to just go in. Okay, forget that. Welcome, guys, to the AM-bition podcast. Ace isn't here with us today. I tried to do a bit and failed, but welcome. Thank you guys for listening to us in this weird time. And with me today, I've got a special guest, and I'll let him introduce himself.
Hey, Guy Funny, but you can call me Joey, and I make YouTube videos that you should not watch under any circumstances.
Why is that?
Well, a little witch came up to me the other day. She said she'd give me about $45,000 if she'd let me curse. I mean, if I let her curse my videos. And I was like, all right. So I got the money, but now anyone who watches my videos will be cursed with about 6 years of bad luck. So, yeah.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
Well, Joey, what have you been doing during quarantine?
What have I been doing?
Yes.
Well, not much. You can't really do much in this. I haven't been going outside that much. But, well, there's this guy named Nick Barry.
I was gonna bring that up. Yeah, continue.
So, we found this guy who says, "Don't you ever be rude to me like that ever again. I will have you excommunicated from the Vatican. I will have any way possible to have you excommunicated from the Vatican." And he just goes off on him, on this rant. I don't know the context, but he just goes off for a minute straight, saying, "You'll lose your clerical positions by Friday. You won't have it next week, and you won't have it on Friday. Good luck."
For context, Nick Barry is this Pope impersonator, super ultra mega Christian leader, or at least in his eyes, and he has live Zoom mass services.
Yeah, he has and just yesterday actually, last night we were messing around and we find this server, right? We find this Discord server. My friends and I find this Discord server, and it turns out that there's a whole other factions of people messing with this guy. Our server, we were just scratching the surface. People have made him do the chicken dance and stuff to make him do.
I'm getting Christian flashbacks.
Yeah, no, that's what it is. I feel like Nick Barry's gonna blow up soon, like what happened to Christian.
He's gonna be the next generation Christian.
I really feel like that's gonna happen. And if someone makes Nick Barry a comprehensive history, I'm going to be on there. I'm going to be famous.
Yes, that'll be your claim to fame. You'll become the new Blue Spike.
I don't want to be the new Blue Spike. I want to be...
no one does.
God, I hate Blue Spike. Oh my God.
Okay, for context, I don't know if we need to provide context for this guy, but Christian, internet famous for bad reasons and good reasons, I guess. It's up to interpretation, but he has a history of being trolled, and he's one of the most documented people on the internet. And there's a whole documentary for his life from 2008 to 2011, I think.
More than that, it's 1990 or 1980 something. It's his whole life, even before the trolling.
But anyway, back to Nick Barry. Basically, I feel that he's going to go to great lengths to prove, instead of his sexuality in Christian's sake, I'm gonna guess that Nick Barry's gonna go to extreme extents to prove that he's religious.
Yes, that's the thing. He will So think of it like this. So he has he is a priest. He's this online priest. He's this online counselor of sorts, I guess.
I doubt he's ordained. I have
have
every doubt in the world that he's even ordained.
No. Okay, I'll get to that later. The ordination. I will get to that incident later, but apparently this has been going on since like 2018, and so he's just like, you're right though, because he constantly gets like manipulated into like doing these crazy things to become a priest on, I'm pretty sure it's Roblox. So he does a chicken dance, and he also has done some stuff that I'm not willing to talk about on this thing for your sake, for the advertiser's sake. It's not ideal. It's kind of blue spike tier stuff.
Oh no, that's bad.
I know, but
that is
But it kind of made me feel better that like we're not like the only people that have done this to him. I mean, well, no, that's terrible to say, but like we aren't just like it makes it like less severe, even if we like played like vor videos during his masses and stuff.
Well, there's certain tiers of like trolling. There's blue spike tier, which is psychological manipulation and torture. Cyber the definition of cyberbullying. And then there's like little pokes at people just because they've said like irritating things.
There's like liquid
yeah. Like it's satire. It's like it's not meant to like affect his mental state or affect his life. It's more of just to like, you know, it's like it's almost like, you know, haha, prankster, got him. Yeah. That's okay. That's okay in moderation, but like when you're messing with someone's livelihood, that's a whole nother level of wrong.
When you're like scarring them physically or mentally, like what Blue Spike did, then that's not okay. But what we were doing is, so we made this Discord server called Christcore, and we're like, Nick Barry, we need you to go in. We need you to help us. We all need Jesus during these hard times. So we would appreciate it if you could come in and just like do some like sessions or masses with us. And he agreed, and he joins, and we're all like, we all played along with it the whole entire time. We never went out of character ever. And
takes dedication.
But except during the masses, we would play fart noises. We would just do anything. It was really funny. And
you sent me the screen recording of his Zoom call, his most recent Zoom call, where you and your friends were like screen sharing, like DeviantArt, NSFW furry stuff, and like, and he got in his words real steamed when you guys did that.
Yeah, and he says, "You think I'm playing because I'm not playing." He sounds like a combination of like, he sounds like Mayor Quimby from The Simpsons, and a combination of Donald Trump and Mayor Quimby.
He sounds like a combination of what's his name? I'm blanking right now. No, he sounds like a combination of, like you said, Donald Trump and Ted Cruz.
Oh my god, he does sound like Ted Cruz.
I'm gonna be hip with the kids and learn how to skateboard and prove I'm a family man.
That's terrible, but and he would never leave the masses because we always blamed it on this guy named Sean Haynes or something, who joined one mass and didn't do anything, and we just said, he's hacking! He keeps hacking the Zoom masses! And I'm pretty sure he believed it, but this is not the climax. Like, we were just doing stuff like playing like Sonic Adventure and like
06.
Yeah, and like okay, never mind. We were just playing stuff like Sonic Adventure and like Wario games and stuff like that. However, he put something in announcements one day. I am being ordained to become a deacon.
No way.
And he was, I am inviting all of you. He's like, I trust you all have Roblox accounts. So I would like you all to come to my ordination. So we all went, yeah. And we all made Roblox accounts. And we went to the game. But we had a plan. I don't think I've told you about this yet, but we had a plan. So someone in our friend group actually did have Roblox, and they used to like exploit, right? They used to like use hacks on the game to like ruin games and stuff.
Oh no.
So we went into the this giant, massive Roblox cathedral. This huge Roblox cathedral. And we were the only people who showed up, right? And Nick Barry, he comes in, and like they start playing this music, like, you know, church music. He's slowly walking through.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's like walking through. But we have someone dressed up as the devil. We have the King of Lies himself, the fallen angel, the Lord of Darkness. He starts railing Nick Barry. He starts railing Nick Barry right before he gets ordained. You know what I mean? He starts like thrusting into him this exploit, and I guess they didn't realize it at first because we had to do it twice. He just started getting like rammed by the Prince of Lies himself. He's like, "I do, Father." So then we do it a second time in like 5 minute span. And this time to get his attention, we all just like start running out of the church going, "Demon! There's a demon!" And then, like 30 minutes later, he joins Christ Corps. Not Nick Barry, but like this guy named Edward J. Mooney and Brother John. They join Christ Corps, and they join the call, and they start screaming at us. And then we're like, "Guys, Edward J. Mooney and Brother John use the exploits. They summon Satan."
This is some deep lore.
Yeah, and they got really mad at us, and then I said, "I will prove that Edward J. Mooney and Brother John did it. I will use WarioWare to prove my case." So then I share my screen. I start playing Wario World on an emulator, and I'm like, "So this is Wario, and notice how Wario looks very greedy, looks very evil. This is Brother John." And then I went up to some enemies and started beating them up, and I was like, "This is Brother John when he used exploits on it and blamed it on us." I mean, yeah.
WarioWare is like test evidence that can be applied to a court case. I mean, it's legible, so
I know.
I mean, it's approved by every district attorney. Like, I mean, there's been like lives saved in court trials based off Roblox alone.
Yeah, Wario World is what saved. That's what made O.J. Simpson deemed innocent in the trial. Wario World, his lawyer came up. So notice how. Okay, so Wario is O.J. Simpson. Notice how I am attacking the enemies. This is not what O.J. Simpson did.
And he was freed.
Yeah, that's how it happened.
And now he gets to stink up Twitter.
Yeah, I love his Twitter account, dude.
Hey, Twitterverse.
Hey, Twitterverse.
What's going on? Guess what? The glove didn't fit. Ha ha.
Can you imagine that's what he did on his Twitter account? All he ever does is gloat that he won the trial. Ha ha! I won the trial! Ha ha!
He just starts like, it's too late for them to open up the trial, so he just starts confessing to everything he did.
Ha ha! I can't believe you guys actually fell for that! Ha ha ha!
Well, let's get back to Nick Barry. Wait, so... Yeah. Wait, Mike, I'm confused. So was he actually being officially ordained? Or is it some like delusion in his head that he was being ordained?
It was some like weird like role play like Roblox church. And he was being ordained to a deacon. Oh yeah. But then during the call, the Pope of the church himself, His Holiness, joins the call. And then Nick Barry is like, "All right, these are some of the people that he said, Your Holiness, these are the people who I want to be who must be excommunicated." And then he said, "Guy Funny." He was excommunicating me from the Vatican. It was happening to me.
No. And then he completed the prophecy.
And then I'm like, What? And he goes, "No, you are going to mute yourself right now, sir." And then I scream as loud as possible into the mic, "Everything I have done is for the good of the church, and you have the gall to try and excommunicate me!" And he's like, "Brother John, Edward J. Mooney, we need to get out of here right now. We need to get out of here right now."
Imagining this in Roblox, and it's
well, this was happening
beautiful.
We were at the Discord call by now, and he was like, "We need to get out of here." And then the Pope was like, "I can't hear anything, but it says that you guys are talking. I think I just went deaf." So whoops. Sorry.
Oops.
And then Nick Barry left, and the other people left, and then we found him on some random server, and this is where the thing I was talking about earlier came. where like we found that server of people who were also messing with Nick Barry, and he was in
You
there
won.
last night, and he joined the call. This happened last night while when on the date of recording this. This happened last night, and he joined the call, and he turned on his camera, and he looked really mad. And then I was like, Nick Barry, dab! And everyone started chanting, dab, 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 dab. And someone said, Juju on the beat! And then he left.
Oh.
Man.
But Nick Barry, a very interesting character.
Oh yeah, and
very.
he also like told us at the beginning of all of this, he was like, I want you to call me Your Excellency. You must address me as Your Excellency.
Yeah, he's not full of himself at all or anything.
Yeah, his name in Christ Core was Bishop Robert. I don't know.
I see. That's the thing. We don't know how real this is for him because he sees him going on a Roblox server as a way of being ordained, and I don't know if that's. What if it's some sort of deep bit that he's just doing forever?
I mean,
he's supply people with somebody to troll, or maybe he's just not aware of any of this.
He's clearly mentally ill. I would say he has like some form of autism or something, but then again, that kind of makes you feel bad, you know? That kind of makes you feel bad.
Yeah, but here's this thing: what separates him from Christian is Nick Barry doesn't have any history of getting familiar with people without their consent.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is, Nick Barry, we were talking about that. We were in a call with him. It wasn't a mass or anything. It was just a call. And he was like, I will be answering any questions that you guys may have. And someone, I don't remember who, was like, Nick Barry, I'm gay. Is that okay? And he went, no, nope, no.
Yeah, ooh.
And that's what he says. Every time he says something you don't like, he would go, no, 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 nuh-uh.
So he's blossoming into the new Christian, essentially.
And we would always spam this gif of like Jesus like holding the earth and like protecting it. And we would always say, love that God in the calls and send that gif. And he'd go, yes.
He's like, finally my supporters understand my message.
But not only that, he would also be like, so someone said something about like transgender people. I don't remember what they said. And then he also said, we will not be talking about that in this call. No.
No.
But God, Nick Barry, his excellency.
His excellency, yeah.
So yeah, you kind of feel bad sometimes, but then he's like this like far right person. Like he owns a book that's just called Reasons to Vote for a Democrat, and he showed us the book, and it was just completely empty.
Oh my goodness.
And we're like, oh wow, that's a really good gag, Nick. Good thing you spent money on that.
Yeah,
an empty book.
Oh man, he's really showed us. You know, he really showed us.
Like that gif I sent you earlier of him doing the chicken dance and getting really mad all of a sudden. Like, I don't know why he was doing like that gif I sent. I don't know what happened that made him so mad. I guess he figured out that like he was being recorded.
Oh no. Did he get steamed?
Mm-hmm.
I'm really steamed, guys. I don't understand. Whoever's screen sharing on my Zoom call will be kicked. I'm giving my friend admin to kick you.
Yeah, everybody in that Zoom call except for him was in on the joke. Like the gold person that you kept mentioning. That guy was in on it, and like he was the one who like orchestrated all the trolls.
Oh, he's what's his name?
Like,
something Clyde.
Clyde Cash.
Clyde Cash.
Except not really mean for no reason. Like we knew he was a bad guy. We knew he didn't like gay people, but that's why we trolled the mass so hard.
Moving on to a little story I kind of wanted to talk about in the podcast, but I didn't have you on the podcast, so I couldn't really talk about it. I wanted to hear your perspective of this grand event. The Funwa Gate of '99.
Excuse me?
the funwa.com incident.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Do you want me to tell the story?
I'll tell the beginning.
Okay.
And then you tell the rest from when I stop. Okay. So picture this, where it's me and Joey hanging out in our film classroom, goofing off as usual.
The last period of the day, because we finished everything in like 10 minutes. So
basically, it sounds like we're trying to like plug our film skills or something. No, we're not that extravagant. We just got our work done for the day. But I was scrolling through nothing because I was bored, and I saw Joey looking through this like
it's like
crappily made like meme website that has like it's one of those memes that your grandmother, no matter like your grandmother will send you and then be like, wow, what a doozy, and then you're like, haha, that's funny, grandma, and it's like a bunch of like
it's like
heavily watermarked images put together to like form like a really crappy made comic strip that is supposed to be a meme, and it complains about like millennials and stuff like that.
It's like it's like an example of one is like, it's like, I'm just making this off the top of my head, but it's like, John was talking to his wife. John, clean the room. Why don't you clean the room and make a sandwich? It's like stuff like that. And it was made in like India.
Essentially.
It was like made in like India or
like
Pakistan or something. I don't really know. And it was called funwa.com.
Like, imagine...
And it's still up. You can see for yourself.
Yeah. But anyway, back to the story. Funwa.com. It's basically crappily made Facebook mom memes. And Joey's like, Alex, AJ, check this out. Look at this. And I'm like, what is it, Joey? And he's scrolling through. He's like, look at these. This gold content. You know, like this great memes. Of course, he was joking. And we were like, you know, we were laughing our heads off, just like scrolling through the really crappy made memes. And we were talking, I feel like we were talking right before this happened about like, how does this site make money? And then all of a sudden the advertisements came.
It hits like a divine intervention. We see this woman getting railed by this. And I'm like, he didn't think I noticed at first because I was just like staring at it. I couldn't process it. He started freaking out. And then I immediately click off Google Chrome and I put my head on the desk and I just start laughing really hard. It was like this porn ad, right?
It was one of those like, you won't last 12 minutes, you won't last 30 seconds, and it was like 3D animated, and it was disgusting. Like, it was so. You know those Gmod SFM animations?
Yeah, like the Overwatch ones.
Yeah, it was essentially that, but like even a little more like grossly detailed.
It was just like this woman getting freaking wrecked, like missionary style, and it was so. I just gotta say, that was like the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life. Cause our like desk, he has like the teacher, he has like a perfect view of our like computers from where we sit, right?
Oh, and he has software where he can see any of our screens at any moment.
Yeah. That was like the scariest thing in the world. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go back to the website. Because I kind of want to see some more awesome memes.
Awesome.
But I'm going to be really careful. And then another one comes up. It's a different one. And it's like even worse than the first one.
It was huge. It took up half the screen. I was like,
yeah.
And then it hit me. That's how they make money.
Yeah, that's how they do it. That's how it stays up. Because like, that's what like all of those websites do.
And this website's for like kids, essentially, like kids in India.
Yeah, it was
not just India, because there's a lot of them that are not in English, in various languages, and it's the target audience is kids, and I'm like, why in the world would they have those ads?
It's just like some like old like Indian man in a metal shack in the desert working on this, and like, I just can't think of it being anything else besides that. Like, that's like the only possible explanation.
Funwa.com, gold standard of a website.
That it inspired us to make funnylaughimage.org.
We're gonna try to become Funwa's lead competitor.
I remember Funny Laugh Image. I missed that class.
The class where we were taught how to make memes.
The class, and there were those people by the side, like Johnny and those people.
The good old funny laugh gang.
Yeah, the funny laugh team funny ha.
It's funny, we're that group and us, including us, the dynamic duo here. We cared about that class. We were the few people, or some of the few people who simultaneously cared for that class and wanted to do well and wanted to learn, while also goofing around and making nonsensical situations take place, I guess.
Yeah, but yeah, that's just weird. I just realized that. Because a lot of those people didn't actually like enroll in the class. They were just chosen because they didn't choose an elective.
They were shoved there, and they're like, "Oh, okay, I'll just not do anything," and then get mad when I have to do something. And that was their plot. That was their deep lore.
That's the great plan.
They have it tough because they're not being ordained on Roblox like Big Barry.
You know,
they're not an excellency.
You know, all the talk about weird people reminds me of someone. And, you know, they probably aren't going to watch this. So there's this guy who we know.
We both know this person?
Well, who I know.
Ah,
me and
darn.
My friends know. And his online name is MasterBella5. This guy is so good. There's so much funny stuff. I'm trying to think of the most funniest things. I remember he owns this like Mario. So you know those videos I post on my channel that are like Super Mario 64 Awesome Adventures?
Yeah.
These videos are supposed to be making fun of him, and he has like this Mario series called The Hero Team, where Koopstar, his character, it's so weird, and he's been doing it since 2011.
That's dedication.
And he wants to make the Sprite series, like a series of like Mario sprites, but no one will do it. Nobody will help him because he doesn't do any of the work, and he supports a pedophile. It's one of those stories.
That'll affect your status online.
Yeah, that'll do quite a number. And this pedo, I don't care. You can do whatever you want. If you want, you can bleep it out. But his name is Starman3. And
we're calling him out.
Yeah, go. You know what? I don't know if he has a Twitter account. I haven't checked in a while. He may have me blocked or something. But if he does, please send him your favorite Steven Universe memes.
Yes, specifically Steven Universe.
So, basically, he was like, yeah, Starman 3 is my idol. He's this 30-year-old man talking to, like, high schoolers. And we're like, Bella, you cannot talk to this guy. He doesn't... Well, no, he was, like, describing his character. He was like, my character wants to help people, and you're not helping that. And then Gold, the guy I mentioned earlier, was like, well, Starman doesn't deserve to be helped. And then Bella goes, yes, he does. He does! He does! He does! And we're all laughing really hard. And then he's like, and then he says, and I'm like, wait, Bella, do you want to kill me? N-words. Like, you know what he said. I'm not going to say it, obviously, but...
Yeah.
And we all start laughing really hard. No, really. You guys are N-words. You guys don't get anything. And we're like, oh my god, is he really saying this stuff? And then he said, I'm blocking you. You're all blocked. And then he starts slamming his fist on his keyboard really hard. And he just starts spam leaving and rejoining the call. And then he says, my arm is bleeding. What have I done?
Is he trying to get attention?
Yeah, he was trying to make us feel bad for him. And then he leaves the call and he types, my finger's bleeding because I'm depressed.
I hate when I contracted depression that way.
I know. And then
it's passed through the blood. You know that, right?
Yeah, it's like an STD. It's like AIDS. You can get it through the blood.
Oh god. I don't know what it is about you, Joey, but you attract the
I know.
you attract the most either the most racist or most pedophilic or like
most horrible,
as you just said, as a supporter of a pedophilic character. You attract the weirdest characters on the internet, and you find like internet gold essentially.
I could go on for hours about all the people that I've found on the internet that are just horrible. The internet makes you stupid. That's just the fact of the matter. The internet makes you dumb. It doesn't make everyone dumb, but it makes a lot of people dumb. And basically,
that should be your what's it called? Your college thesis?
Yeah, that's my college thesis. And basically, we were calling Bella for like 3 hours, and you're like, Bella, do you know how many children kill themselves because of pedophiles every year? And he's like, a lot, but I don't care. Who cares?
It's different.
Who cares? And we're like, I'm going to tell you who cares. The police, the FBI, the court. And he was like, well, nah. And then we pretended to call the police on him. And he got really scared. Actually, before this, I pretended to choke and die. And he's like, Joey? I'm no savior. I'm just
He said that?
Yeah, he says, I'm no savior. I'm just a dark fate. He thinks he lives in, like, Kingdom Hearts or something. He thinks he lives in, like, Kingdom Hearts. And it's like... I don't know. He always talks about... He's always like, you'll never be able to hang out with a man like me ever again if you keep this up. And we're like, all right. Okay. Yeah, that's
Joey,
fine.
Your mission is to get Christian, Nick Berry, this guy,
Bella,
all on the same call and just see what happens. I want that recorded somehow. That'd be, I'd download that, I'd make DVDs, I'd sell that. Oh my gosh. That needs to happen.
Christian would be like, Your Excellency, I disagree. No. No. And then Bella would just be screaming the N-word the whole time.
Christian would be like, today, so I lost my virginity today, so.
He kind of. I love that thing Christian does at the end of all his sentences.
No. Let's do a conversation. Okay, last thing before we end the podcast. Let's do a conversation between Nick Berry and Christian.
All right, I'll be Nick Berry.
Okay, I'll start it. Hey, Nick. I found your Discord on
yes.
the Rose Chew site, Rose Chew site, and my fans, they sent it to me, and I think that you need to be nicer online.
Well, Christ Core is not a playhouse. You should church is not a playhouse. It is a house of prayer. So I don't want you bringing your little comics in here.
Well, see, the thing is, the Rose Chew and Pichu are the true leaders of your church. I have made that the plot line, and you can't interfere with my plot.
No.
No, listen.
I am going to ask you to mute right now, sir. I'm going to ask you to mute right now.
You're just another troll. You're trying to destroy my career as a comic artist.
Do you think I'm playing? Because I'm not playing, and I will get steamed, and you don't want to see me steamed.
I went to one of your masses services, and I saw you wear that hat, and I don't even think you're really ordained. So you're fake, and Pichu, Sanchu, and Rosechu are the real leaders of this dimension, and I'm tired of you pretending that you're the dimensional leader.
Yeah! That's what Nick Berry says, though. That's what he says. I remember he's like, church is not a playhouse. It is a house of God. Oh my god, Nick Barry's
Well,
like I don't understand. Like he went to such great lengths for the to like become ordained apparently. So he must think it's like real or something.
Well, I guess that's in all seriousness, I guess that's kind of up for him to decide, considering he's he's so dedicated to leading masses, I guess.
mean,
But
yeah.
Joey, thank you so much for joining me on my podcast. I'm sorry Ace couldn't be here, but I feel like this went well, and I think that we're coming on to a new age of internet gold.
Yeah.
So, thank you guys for listening. Check out Joey's stuff in the description, and I will see you guys next time.
Bye. All right, how do I turn this off?